Yes, I know I'm such a fool. I get caught up on only you. How could I get so full? It's insane. Clock is ticking, I have no time to let you go.
Welcome to the Pop Off Podcast. I'm Derek.
And I'm Matt, and we're here with...
Shy Blossom.
My name's Julie. I play drums.
I'm Adriana. I'm the singer and the acoustic guitar player.
I'm Preston. I play bass.
I'm Abel, or Abel, whatever you want to call me, and I play electric guitar.
Abel Orgo.
So Shy Blossom gives me the vibe of like a child that is maybe a late bloomer, you know, or in that line of thought, like it's and it's shy and maybe needs a little bit of extra attention, but as it blossoms, you see something really beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Our
What
shy
was
is
your
blossom.
inspiration? Am I getting close there? Or
I am a very shy person, so
We know.
and I knew I was gonna use like the word shy. I just made like a giant list of like different things and tried to connect them to each other, and I realized, oh, shy blossom. That makes a lot of sense because like blooming out of your like shell and like trying to become more confident.
yeah,
So-
okay.
Well, that's an
You
incredibly
were real
difficult thing
close.
to do to like perform live. If you're like typically like an introverted person or a shy person, like, did you
Yeah.
have problems like getting up on stage the first couple times or getting in front of a group?
Yeah, I was very nervous on my first couple of shows, but my parents were more nervous than me, so they kind of took it away from me. So,
Also, shout out to the parents behind camera. Very cool that you guys are supporting your kids and what they're doing. This is something.
Taxi drivers,
Yes.
you know.
Hi,
You
Mom.
got your own Uber team here. So you mentioned that you came with a band and it was hard to get started. It wasn't originally all of you, right? How did you kind of come together? How'd you get to this format here?
it started with me. I went to Pharmadelica Sound with Howard, and I just started recording like 11 of my original songs. And towards the end, like I would say all of them were recorded. We had like all the ideas, but we just needed an electric guitarist for the music, and we realized, oh, maybe I should just start a band. And then he put out an ad, and we had three of our original people joined, which was Chris Russo on the bass. We had Pearson Wicker on drums, and there was someone else on guitar for like 2 weeks. But then Abel came in for
Who shall not be
electric.
named.
No, I don't remember his
All
name.
the good songs are him.
So,
But yeah,
how long have you guys been playing as this current iteration of the band? With
this current one
I think since May or June.
of last year, yeah.
24,
Yeah, last year.
So coming up on a year. That's awesome.
Yes.
Y'all have been
True.
pretty
Man,
busy
anniversary.
too. When we talked, any like highlights? What's some cool stuff that you've been doing? I know you're kind of from that South Florida area.
I play a lot of solo gigs by myself all over Southwest Florida. Me and Julie are doing duo stuff all the time, and we have around like 5 shows a month with the band. And March 13th, we're playing with Sister Hazel, so that's really cool.
That is cool. You guys have kind of like a classic rock vibe to, you know, when you get jammy and stuff. I mean, I especially love your bass work.
Thank you.
And I can hear some of your influences in between as you're getting started. Another thing I thought was really cool is what were you playing on the guitar for the song? It was like a...
It was like the second or third track, the little blue thing that you kept putting in front of your pickup.
It made it sound like a violin
Stardust.
or
It's
something?
the EBO, yeah. It's an EBO. Yeah, it basically vibrates the string to make it like sustain. So it sounds kind of like a violin almost, yeah.
That was awesome. That really
Thank you.
added to the song.
Yeah, I got it specifically for that song because it's, you know, it's a very
Spacey.
kind of atmospheric sounding track, and I couldn't come up with a electric part that fit that, you know, with just normal like picking and stuff. And so I saw a video on YouTube and I was like, that's what I need. So
I was trying to figure it out when I was recording you guys. I was like, how's he doing that? Like, what is he holding? Like, we've done 50 of these episodes, dude. I've seen so many different bands, and I was like, that's new tech. What is happening here? Like, that was exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it's actually surprisingly, they've been around a while. It just never really caught on for some reason. So I'm going to have to start trying to popularize it.
Well, I like what you guys are doing, especially within the rhythm section. You got some really cool bass lines, and you had some like really complimentary like syncopated guitar riffs to like go with them when he was, you know, really getting intricate in the bass. And we've run into people that like every time they try to do like a fancy bass part, like the guitar player will try to like speak over them rather than like letting
Yeah,
it
I
breathe.
hate
So
that.
you guys really, you know, write your parts out very well together.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah.
Try
I
to
don't
leave
think-
space.
Yeah, actually, none of those parts are mine. Those were all written by Chris. I just add to them excessively.
Yeah, we talk about this
Yeah,
sometimes.
they yell at me a lot
He
for
has
overplaying.
a problem
Yeah.
sometimes. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Did you always play bass?
I started on piano when I was maybe like 7 or 8, and then I discovered bass through GarageBand, and I never looked back.
But he wishes he was a guitarist because he plays bass like a
Shut up.
guitarist.
Literally.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
He's a guitarist trapped
No,
in a
that's-
bassist body.
That's why I asked.
One more song.
Yeah, you're not just like sticking on the root notes, so it's like
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool that
fun.
you explore the instrument.
And bass is fun too because you can get a lot of like the right hand action
Yeah,
on
there's
it,
so much
like,
you can do with just your hands, nothing else.
right? And it feels good.
It does.
Slap at the bass, you know, like grab that low
Slap
E
at the
string.
bass, man.
So when it comes to the writing of the music, are you just going off of her original songs and then just kind of like building off of that, or do you guys ever, come together with like a rhythm and then write lyrics on the back end? What's the music writing style? Who's doing most of the legwork here?
The first album and our EP that's coming out April 25th, it's called Stardust. Actually, our first single just came out, which is called Stardust. It's the same name as the EP. The album and the EP were, most of them were just written by me with my guitar, and I just wrote all the lyrics and the melodies. And then we recorded those, and then
Yeah,
they
we did
came in to
arrangements,
record
yeah.
them. And except for, there's one track on there that Abel did by himself.
Oh yeah, we have an
Yeah.
instrumental on the EP at
Very
the beginning,
cool.
so hopefully people like that.
But we're also writing new stuff where we're actually like coming together and writing it. And he actually gets to write his own bass lines now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's kind of evolved over time.
Yeah.
When I joined the band, the first album was almost fully recorded, and I think I played on like half of it, on some of the songs, and then the EP she had written the songs, I had the instrumental, and then we just kind of like workshopped the basic acoustic track and kind of came up with an arrangement from there.
Well, I know when you guys first got here and you were like warming up and we were sound checking you guys jammed on like the same track for like 15 minutes. Like you really got
Yeah.
creative with it. Like let it, really like vamped on it and let it breathe. It was cool that you guys like have that ability because like a lot of bands are just like, well, this is our song and we don't really deviate from this. And then like at the end, you guys are like, dude, what song was that? Like we jammed on it so long, I forgot like what track we were even playing. It's cool that you guys have that ability and like are that proficient with your instruments.
I definitely respect too, like how your dynamics, how you work together, bringing up that you've got an all instrumental track, going back to your little tool that was there, because not only was it like a fun tool, but it really complemented what you were doing with the vocals, and you kind of like that whiny vocals, like it's drawn out there, but it almost mixed in with the guitar really well. And I think as you mentioned, you can tell you're all like listening to one another. I do think you need some more slap bass parts in your music.
I would agree.
But that's just, my opinion.
I mean, he was playing some Primus like at the beginning, so clearly like he's a less Claypool
Always.
fan.
He's a man of
Always.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to write a song for Preston to do his thing.
Just for
Yeah.
Preston.
Yeah,
Bass solo.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the important part to the drummer. How did you like playing on the E-kit? Do you ever play on electronic drums? Are you mainly an acoustic player?
I have my own electronic kit at home. Definitely not as nice as this. But I typically play, I have my own acoustic kit, so I bring that around to gigs if bands want me to backline. So I mostly play on that, but I've also play on my electric kit at home, so I kind of get the best of both worlds. So
Yeah, you can't beat the electronic kits for like practicing and like not making enemies of the entire neighborhood.
it's
So,
a lot quieter.
Yeah.
My
It-
neighbors don't complain, so that's good.
Yeah, it's interesting because like we do have a lot of different bands that come on here, and like some people have like never played an E-kit before,
Oh.
and like it is a little bit different, like getting used to like the response and like the mesh
Yeah.
pads and the cymbals. They don't quite give back the way real live drums do. But like, there's no way in a million years I'd go do a gig on an E-kit. Like that's just
I
couldn't
wouldn't.
do
There's
it.
no way. With an acoustic kit, you get so many like dynamics with it that you can't get on a
I played a gig
electric
with
kit.
an electric kit. It's just like awful. Man, you can only hear it through monitors, and it just sounds bad.
Oh no.
Well, we appreciate you accommodating us because it does make the recording process a
Oh,
lot
for
easier.
sure.
Yeah, of course.
It also makes our ears not bleed.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, you guys are jamming out. You sounded great. I mean, it
Thank
sounded
you.
good in the room and in the recording. I guess the most important part for the people that like what you're doing, what's the best way to follow you guys, engage with what you're doing, listen to your music? Where can you be found at?
You can find us on our website called shyblossom.net, and all of our social media handles is shyblossom_official. And we're also on all streaming platforms like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, and all those other ones. So.
So go see a live show, especially
Yes.
like we said, just watching them jam
Please.
and how quickly they set up. Very professional. You guys just jumped right into rocking. Always waiting for the singer. Gotta the
That's how
drama
it
queen.
goes.
Every band, that's how it is. But
Got stuck in traffic.
Womp womp.
Right.
yeah, other than that though, man, you guys are awesome, and I look forward to hearing more music and seeing a show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're hoping to play more shows up this way. Tampa, St. Pete. So hopefully,
Yes.
hopefully you can catch us here soon.
Super talented band, guys. If you ever get a chance, go check them out, see them live. Shy Blossom, they rock out. And then until you can catch them live, follow them online, keep up with what they're doing.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
you.
you. Peace out.